Hello there. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Stephanie and I will be your yoga teacher for today. This is going to be an entire standing sequence. A lot of people know this as moon salutations. So we're going to start today in a standing position. So go ahead and come down to your mat. Go ahead and put both feet about hip width apart, and go ahead and feel all four corners firmly rooted into the mat. Go ahead and close your eyes here, palms facing forward. Go ahead and take a nice couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Just dropping in to where we are right now, not thinking about what we have to do next. Only being proud of ourselves for showing up for ourselves today. Movement is medicine for the body. Everyone could use more of it. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. We're going to lean over towards the right. You can bump that left hip out a little bit if that feels good. Otherwise, we want to maintain the integrity of the spine. And we want to try to keep our hips neutral, our pelvis neutral. And we are only leaned over to the right. Beautiful. Come back to center. We're going to open up into Goddess. So go ahead and take your feet wide, and your feet are angled towards the outside edges of your mat. Drop your sits bones down, arms in cactus. Here we are in a beautiful goddess pose. Go ahead and take some deep breaths here. You're going to feel this massively in your legs. They should be fired up. Glutes, hamstrings, all of it working together right now. Breathe. You got this. It's okay. Just another couple seconds here. Now go ahead and straighten both your legs. Go ahead and turn your left foot towards the front of the mat. Go ahead and turn your right foot towards the front of the mat. So your back foot's kind of angled towards the front of the mat, and your right foot is 100% towards the front of the mat. Triangle pose. We're going to go down for extended triangle. So go ahead and bump that left hip back. And then if you need blocks or books or a pillow or some sort of support, you're going to want to put it beside of the right foot. This is bringing the earth closer to you, so you don't have to go as far. So we're bumping that left hip back. Our arms should be in a straight line or close to it. You can have a slight bend in that right knee if that feels good to you. Gaze is working towards being up at the ceiling. Breathe. We're not holding our breath. If you don't have the blocks or books, you can always rest your hand on your shin. Try never to put any pressure on your knee joint. Like I said, we would like to have a slight buoyancy and a bend in that knee. Beautiful. Left hand comes around and you can frame the right foot. Little stretch here. Still want that nice bend in the right knee. Once again, the earth can be brought up to us here, or we can be here holding this is obviously going to utilize more strength and muscles. Breathing still. We're going to take one more deep breath here. And we're going to bend into the right knee. And then we're going to drop down our left one. So here we are in our low lunge. You can untuck the feet, the left foot if that feels good, or you can tuck that foot. Just whichever feels best for you here. We're going to be here for just a second, so go ahead and breathe. We're not coming up, so enjoy this. If you don't need the blocks, then you'll be here. Now we are going to come down to Skandasana on our left side. This is going to work in our hips and our glutes and all of our leg muscles again. If you need help with the blocks or the books, have those right here with you. We are going to revolve over to Skandasana on the right side. This will look different for everybody. Your book could be really helpful propped under either sits bone. Okay, hands at heart center. If you can't get your leg all the way down and you're like this, that's fine too. Remember that you can always put your block under your foot. Just use the block, okay? Do not fear the block or the books or the bolster or whatever you have to help. This is a massive hip opener. And we know what happens when we got our hips open. Those emotions start flowing. I'm sure you're thinking, what in the world are we even doing right now? And that's okay. It's totally okay. Now we're going to go to Skandasana on our left side. This is a beginner's class. Advanced, I would tell you no hands. But for beginners, I'm going to ask you to put your hands down. Go ahead and put the left foot down, and we are going to like crabby walk with our blocks over to the left side to find our Skandasana, our hip opener on the left. And breathe. I'm not going to have to do as much talking on this side because I've already kind of explained. Some people, we can use two. This is such a beautiful stretch. Okay? Listen to your body. That's what I always say. Feel what your body is telling you and do that. Let's breathe here for a second. Now we're going to come onto our low lunge on our left. So we are going to pivot over. And we are in low lunge on the left. So we got our blocks or our books here, framing the foot. Go ahead and feel this stretch here, all in the psoas, all in our hips. And breathe. Once again, we can have the right toes not tucked, or we can tuck them. I always find that the tucked toes help protect the knee joints and tendons in there a lot better. Then being tucked definitely works the toe stretch a little further though too, so it doesn't always feel the best to everyone. Okay, now we're going to pick ourselves up and bring that right foot in a little bit. We're in triangle again on our left side. So we're folded over our leg at first. We definitely have the slight bend in the left knee. We do not want to overstretch that. If you have, the one block and that's not enough, please get both blocks up. Or like I said, you could have your hands on your shin. Either way, we are getting a huge stretch here, all down the IT band, all down our hamstrings, our glutes. It's beautiful. Now we're going to open up and revolve into extended triangle. We still have the option to bring the earth up to us if we need it. So please take the option. And breathe. Your gaze can be trying to gaze at your right hand. Breathe. Now we are going to rise up and find our goddess again. So we rise up and our left foot is going to have to turn in a little bit. And our right foot is going to have to turn out. So they're both at the angles. Drop the sits bones down. Cactus the arms. You betcha. We're going to be here for a minute or about 30 seconds. So go ahead and find your breath here. Things to go through. Make sure your feet are firmly planted into the ground. We want to make sure that we can see both of our big toes. Our pelvis is neutrally tilted, so we don't have a forward tilt nor a reverse tilt. We're neutral. Our spine is nice and long. The crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. Arms are cactus or wherever feels good. Couple more seconds here. And stand up. Go ahead and work those feet together. Arms up overhead. Lean to the left. Beautiful. Deep breaths in and out here. Inhale back up to standing. Exhale those hands down through heart center. Way to go. So that was our moon salute for beginners. I hope that you enjoyed this. It is definitely a stretchy workout, but it is so good for so many parts, and it's a standing sequence. So this is great to do when you're traveling in the airport, anytime you don't want to get down and roll around on the ground. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this. A good flow to go along after this would be one of my stretchy sequences. I hope that you have a fabulous day today. I hope to see you back on the mat again tomorrow. Namaste.